Okay, let's start. It's 6:30, and as and when people join, they can start with the class. So namaste to all of you and welcome. Welcome to International Yoga Day. My name is Mitha. I'm your yoga and meditation teacher for today, for this session. Before we begin, let's acknowledge the traditional owners of this land we are on and pay our respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging. So this wonderful International Yoga Day, thank you for being here and welcome again to the few who've just joined in. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher. I've been teaching for over 10 years now. I've taught in India as well as here in Melbourne. I believe yoga is a lifestyle and that we embrace all of it and use it in our everyday living. And that's what I like to share with my students and with everyone I meet. So thank you to each one of you who's here for making this time, for making the effort to be here on a Monday night. You've perhaps had a busy, long day and you've still managed to come. So that's wonderful. And thank you to Gora Travel for making this possible, for organizing this class, for getting the community together. Gora Travel is known for connecting people to their loved ones, known for reuniting people. They've done a splendid job all through last year and this year, with organizing the repatriation flights. So just following that theme of connection, we'll get on our mats and we'll connect with our bodies, with our mind, using movement, using breath. We'll connect with our inner selves. We'll connect with each other, the community that we are in, even if it's virtually. And so with this shared energy, let's create some magic. So come down on your mats, sitting down on your mats comfortably. If you need a cushion, if you need a blanket, give you a couple of minutes, go get the props. If you need or have a block, you can keep that with you as well. So sitting as comfortably as you can, you could sit in Sukhasana with your legs crossed, or you could sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. This is also an option, or you could sit this way, or you could sit in Vajrasana, Hero's pose, if that is comfortable for your knees, for your hips. Feel free to use a cushion to sit on, or maybe even a block. So whatever feels right for you today. We'll start with a little prayer. If you know the prayer, just chant it along with me, or else just listen. So bringing your palms together in front of your heart, closing your eyes and just bowing down a little. Take a breath in. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Just staying there, releasing your hands, placing one hand on your belly, the other on your chest. And just bringing all of your awareness inwards. Just notice your breath. Notice your inhales and your exhales. And if your eyes are open, just maybe softly gazing at a point in front of you. And as you exhale, gently closing your eyes, if that feels right today. Each inhale, each exhale, Just noticing, just being aware. Notice the expansion in the belly, the rising in the chest. Notice the softening. We're using this time to just settle the body, settle the mind, prepare ourselves for the practice. Each inhale is an opportunity for you to live a better life. And each exhale is a chance to be grateful for that opportunity. And on this special day, we acknowledge and honor this ancient practice of yoga. Coming together as a community to do this. To spend time on our mats, connecting with each other. Just staying with your breath for a couple of more rounds, settling, calming and soothing the mind. And then slowly release your hands. Place your hands on your knees or thighs. Take another breath in, and as you breathe out, turn your head to the right, chin over your right shoulder. Breathe in center, breathing out to the left, chin over your left shoulder. Come back to the center, once again to the right, chin over your right shoulder. Breathe in center, breathing out to the left. Come back to the center, and this time gently drop your right ear over your right shoulder. Breathe in center, breathing out, dropping your left ear over your left shoulder. Center to the right again. Center to the left. Come back to the center and gently lift your chin up, tilting your head back, feeling that stretch through the front of the neck. And as you breathe out, dropping the chin down towards your upper chest, stretching through the back of the neck, going really easy and slow here. Breathing in, lifting the chin, tilting the head back. Breathe out, chin to chest. As you breathe in, come back to the center. Place your hands on your shoulders and roll your arms. Just getting into the shoulders, mobilizing the shoulders, feeling that little stretch through the chest, through the upper back, and rolling it the other way. Releasing any tightness, any tension, anything you might be holding on to there. And then slowly release your hands, drop your hands back on your knees or thighs, and this time just roll your shoulders, so lifting your shoulders up, back and down. And rolling it the other way, up, front and down. And then slowly stretch your arms forward, make a fist with your hands and roll into your wrists. Just moving all of our joints and rolling it the other way to increase blood circulation. And then stretch and contract those fingers. Releasing tension through your hands, your wrists, your fingers. And then interlace your fingers, stretch your arms forward, turn your palms out and raise your arms up over your head. Nice big stretch through your hands, through your fingers. Keep your shoulders down, keep your neck soft. And then slowly release your fingers. Drop your right hand next to your right hip. Breathe and stretch your left arm up and gently bend to the right, stretching through the left side. Breathe in, lift the right arm up again. And as you breathe out, dropping the left hand and stretching through the right side, then the other way. And as you breathe in, come back to the center, both arms raised. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Place your right hand behind you, left hand over your right knee. And just gently look over your right shoulder. Keep the back straight, keep your chest lifted. Breathe in, back to the center, both arms raised. Breathing out, twist the other way. Left hand goes to the back. Right hand is on your left knee. Breathe in, come back to the center, both arms raised. And just hook your thumbs together. Let your palms face forward and gently pull your thumbs apart. Still keeping your neck soft. Shoulders away from your ears. And gently release your hands, drop your hands back down. Stretching your legs forward. And just pointing and flexing your feet. So point your right foot, flex the left. And then doing it the other way, point your left and flexing the right. You can keep your hands behind you if you need some support. Just continuing that flexing and pointing. And then rolling through your ankles, just circling with your feet. And circling it the other way. All of these joint rotations help us increase synovial fluid, keeping your joints well lubricated. And then taking your feet slightly apart and gently bringing your toes in. And then moving it all the way out to the side. And doing that a couple more times. Just at your own pace, doing as much as you can. And then bringing your feet closer. Raise your right leg up. Just holding under your right knee and just bending that knee. So lifting that foot up and dropping it back down. Just a little stretch through your hamstrings, calf muscles. And then see if you can lift it up all the way, keeping that leg a little straighter, a little longer, maybe. And slowly release, drop that leg, raise that left leg up, bending the knee, holding just under that knee, lifting the foot, dropping it back down. Once again, reminding yourselves, this is your time, your body, listening to your body, doing as much as you can. Lift that leg up all the way, maybe straighten that leg if it feels right for you. And slowly release. Going into Baddha Konasana to work through our hips. So the bound angle pose, bringing the soles of your feet together. Maybe you want to bring your feet really close to your groin if that feels right, or perhaps keeping them a little bit away. First, placing your hands behind you, just making sure your sits bones are grounded, and just moving from side to side, feeling that stretch through your inner thighs, your groin, and then coming back to the center if it feels right. Just stay here. If you want to grab hold of your ankles, you can do that, or maybe your toes, you can do that as well. Whatever is your preferred posture today, keeping the back straight. And then very gently, hinging from your hips, folding forward. Very, very slowly, pushing your knees away at your own pace. Stretching through your inner thighs, your groin. Just dropping the head, relax the shoulders. Keep feeling that stretch, that groovy stretch through your inner thighs. Keep breathing with every exhale, maybe going a little bit further. There's no hurry to drop the head down. You don't want to strain your neck. You want to keep the neck soft, the shoulders soft, just working through the hips and the back. And then slowly release, roll back up and come on all fours. So bring on your hands and your knees, placing your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, keeping your fingers stretched wide. Maybe your toes are tucked, or perhaps you want to press the tops of your feet into the mat. Whatever feels stable for you, balanced. Do a few cat-cow stretches to work through the spine. As you breathe in, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, look straight ahead. Breathing out, round your spine, draw the tailbone in, tuck your head in. And once more, breathing in, belly towards the floor, tailbone lifted, breathe out, round that spine, draw the tailbone in, tuck your head in. And do that a few more times at your own pace. Bringing ease in the back, with that flexion and that extension of the spine, lifting through the chest, breathing out, round the back. Maybe one last time here. And then coming to a neutral back, so you're not arching, you're not rounding the back here, belly drawn in. Slowly push your hips from side to side. Just feel that stretch through your glutes, the sides of your hips. And then very slowly pushing your hips down towards your heels and bringing it back forward, leaning just a little forward. So a front and back movement. And then we'll try a little balance here. So coming back to a neutral position where your back is neutral, you're not arching, you're not rounding to the back. Sliding your right leg to the back and slowly lifting it off the ground. Take your time. When you feel ready, release and stretch your left arm, your opposite arm. Looking straight forward, keeping the neck neutral. Keep breathing here. If it doesn't feel right, you can drop the hand down and just keep your leg raised. That's an option too. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bend that right knee. Bring the knee in towards the chest. Bring the elbow to the knee. Round your back. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, stretch the arm and leg. Breathe out, knee to chest, elbow to knee. 1 more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Release, drop the knee, drop the hand back down. Let's try it on the other side. Slowly sliding your left toes to the back. In your own time, lift that foot up. Find your balance. Take your time. When you're ready, stretch your right arm forward. Look straight ahead. Maybe your hand can be placed back if you're not balanced, and if you find yourself wobbly. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend that left knee, knee to chest, elbow to knee. 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, stretch that arm and leg. Breathe out. Rounding your back. Release that. Drop your hand, drop your knee back down. And let's go into downward facing dog, your first inversion. So hands go slightly forward. Keep your fingers stretched wide. Tuck your toes in. Lift your hips. Take your knees off the floor. And just pedal your feet here. So bend your knee 1 by 1. And just bring awareness to the whole back body. And at any point here, feel free to drop your knees down and rest if you find down dog too stressful. Or perhaps, if you're here, bring awareness to the entire back body. Feel that stretch through your hamstrings, your calf muscles, your glutes, your lower back, mid back, all the way up to your upper back, keeping your neck soft. So your head is dangly, your neck is soft. You're perhaps gazing at your knees or the wall behind you, keeping your hands nice and strong, fingers stretched wide. If you're feeling strong here, option to raise that right leg up. Release, bring that foot back and raise that left leg. Taking your time. If it doesn't feel right, you don't have to do this one. 3-legged dog. Release that. Bring that foot back. Bending your knees, walking your feet up towards your hands, coming into a standing forward bend. Grab hold of your opposite elbows gently, sway from side to side. Feel free to bend through your knees. And then release your hands, keeping those knees bent, gently roll back up. Let your arms be dangly. And as you're rolling back up, come up halfway. Place your hands on your knees. And just rolling, making circles with your knees. And circles the other way. And then rolling back up all the way, nice and slow. Placing your hands on your hips. And maybe widen your feet a little bit. So perhaps feet are at about hip distance. Just make circles with your hips. And just allowing your body to move in a natural, easy, comfortable manner. And circles the other way. Always remembering to honor your body. Just stay gentle with it. And then coming back to the center, bring your feet closer. As you breathe in, raise your arms up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up towards the ceiling, soft through the neck, shoulders away from your ears, and gently lift your heels off the ground. So maybe this is how it looks from the side. You don't have to lift your heels too high. You can have the heels a bit closer to the ground if you don't have the balance. See if you can stay here a bit longer. Palms facing up, heels off the ground, nice and balanced, steady. And then slowly release your fingers, drop your hands and your heels down together. In your own time. And then once again, widen your feet just a little bit. Breathe and raise your arms up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, bend to the right. Just pushing your hands away to the side, pushing your left hip away to the side, stretching through the left side, creating all that space, that length through the side body. Breathe in, come back to the center, breathing out the other way, stretching through the right side, keeping both feet grounded. And all that space that you create there, that stretch, helps you to create more space for your lungs to expand so you can breathe better. And as you breathe in, come back to the center. Release your hands, drop your hands back down. Let's do a few sun salutations. So the sun salutes are a series of postures that we do one after the other. This will help us build our heart rate. It'll help us work through all of our major muscle groups. It'll help us de-stress. It will bring more movement and it'll help our spine move in all different ways. So if you've done it before and you have your special way to do it and you like that, go ahead and do your own version. If not, maybe you can follow me. So coming to the short top ends of your mats, just keeping maybe a little distance between your feet, bringing your palms together in front of your heart. Taking a few breaths here to make sure your feet are grounded. All of your weight is equally distributed on all parts of your feet. Soften through your neck, your shoulders. Just take another couple of breaths here. And as you breathe in, raise your arms up, arch back, breathe out, fold forward, hinge from your hips. Drop your hands beside your feet, step your right leg to the back, drop the knee down, lift yourself up, arms raised, nice big lift. Release, drop your hands back, step your left leg to the back, You can keep your knees down or you can go into plank, whatever suits you. Dropping your knees, hips, chest down. As you breathe in, lift up to cobra, breathe out, down dog. Stepping your right leg forward. Once again, you can do that by dropping your knees or just stepping it forward. Left leg forward, breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, let's lead from the left side. Breathe out, foot forward. Step your left leg to the back, drop the knee, lift yourselves, arms raised, arch back, nice big arch, lift through the heart center. Release that, drop your hands, step your right leg to the back, plank maybe, or perhaps your knees are down, whatever feels right. Knees, chest and chin down. Inhaling, cobra, exhaling, down dog. Step your left leg forward, right, breathe in and breathe out. This was one round. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Let's see how we go. Feel free to pause or take a break whenever you need to. Breathing in, arch back, breathe out, foot forward. Stepping your right leg to the back, drop the knee. We just increase the pace a little bit, arch back, nice big lift. Release that, drop your hands, left leg to the back. Knees, hips, chest down. Cobra, down dog. Stepping your right leg forward and left. Inhale and exhale. See if you can synchronize your movements with your breath. Breathe in, even if you do it a little bit. Breathe out. Left leg steps back, knee down. Lift yourselves. Lifting the heart center. Release that, drop your hands. Right leg steps back. Knees, hips, chest down. Inhale to cobra, exhale to down dog. Stepping your left leg forward and right. Breathe in and breathe out. One last round, breathing in. Stay there, breathe out. Right leg steps back, knee down, lift yourselves. Keeping the neck soft. If looking up doesn't suit you, you can gaze forward. Release that, drop your hands, left leg to the back, plank. Strengthening your core, your upper body. Knees, hips, chest down. Cobra to strengthen your back. Tuck your toes, down dog. Right leg steps forward and left. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one, leading with the left leg. Breathe out, foot forward. Left leg back, knee down. Release, drop your hands. Right leg to the back, plank. Knees, chest and chin down. Cobra, down dog. Staying down dog, let's hold for 3 to 5 breaths. If you can, or else you can drop your knees and stay on all fours. Notice how your breath has changed. Bring softness through the neck, head. And then bending your knees, drop your knees down and let's rest in child's pose. Bring your hips over your heels and slowly drop the body down. You can either have your arms beside your body, or you can keep it stretched forward, or you could make a fist one on top of the other and rest your head on it. Keep breathing, bring all of your awareness back to your breath. Keeping the head rested either on your hands or on the ground. Notice that stretch that you get through the hips, through your back. Really bringing balance back in the body. Calming and soothing the mind. And really silencing the mind. Mind can be so loud and boisterous sometimes. This pose can help us bring that sense of quiet. It's a pose that you can retreat to anytime when you feel anxious, you feel nervous, or you just have had a long day. Stay there, keep breathing. Child's pose, Balasana. And you'll perhaps notice your breath, your breathing has slowed down now. And so in your own time, scroll back up, come up to a seated position. And in your own time, come up to a standing position. We do a few standing poses, and maybe one balance pose as well. Just give a little shake to your legs. And come to face the long ends of your mats, taking your feet apart nice and wide as you can, comfortably. Keeping your feet parallel. So your toes are slightly in. So your toes are not pointing out to the side. And then raising, we'll do warrior two. So raising your arms up, Virabhadrasana 2 at about shoulder level. Arms are at about shoulder level. And then opening your right foot at a 90-degree angle. So if you're facing the camera, your toes will point that way. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bend that right knee and gently sink your hips down. And maybe this is how far you can go. This is fine. If you feel you can go a bit further, widen your feet a little bit more. Maybe, if that feels right. And then perhaps sink your hips a little bit more. Watch that your right knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. And turn to gaze at your right fingertips. Make sure your torso is centered so you're not leaning to the right. Make sure you're not arching through the back, lower back, not pushing the hips to the back. Your tailbone is tucked. Keep gazing at your right fingertips. We'll add a little movement here. Turn your palms up. As you breathe in, raise your arms, straighten that right leg. Breathe out, back to warrior two. Gazing at your right fingertips. Once more, breathe in, palms turned up. Raising your arms, breathing out. Warrior two. One last time, this time we'll hold. Breathe in, raise those arms, straighten that leg, breathe out. Warrior two, stay here, keep breathing. You'll feel the stretch through your hips, the strengthening through your quads. And then slowly release. Straighten that leg, bring your arms back, bring the right foot back in, and then open the left foot. So if you're facing the camera, you'll be pointing your left foot this way. Raise your arms up. Making any adjustments you need to with the distance between your feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend that left knee, sink your hips down, making sure your knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. So you can stay somewhere here. Maybe this is just good enough for you today. Or perhaps you want to sink it a little lower. Turn to gaze at your left fingertips. Feel that stretch from the front of your shoulders through your arms all the way to your fingertips. Keep breathing. We'll add that movement. Turn your palms up. Breathe in, raise your arms, straighten that left leg. Breathe out, back to warrior two. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, raise those arms up. Breathe out, back to warrior two. Stay here, gazing at your left fingertips, shoulders away from your ears. Keep pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Both feet grounded. Keep breathing. One more breath, nice and strong in warrior two. And slowly release. Bring your arms back. Bring that foot back in. Open your right foot once again. Raise your arms up, this time going into warrior one and then adding a little movement there. And then slowly turn to the right to face your right foot. And then raising your arms up. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bend that right knee, sink your hips down. Keep that back foot nice and strong. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale, lift the chest up, exhaling, going into cactus arms. So bend your elbows, bring your elbows in line with your shoulders, gazing up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Breathing out, cactus arms in warrior one. Lift the chest up. Nice big stretch through the heart center. One last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Stay here, keep breathing. Fingers are stretched wide. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Heart is lifted. And slowly release. Raise your arms. Straighten that leg. Bring your arms back at shoulder level. Bring that foot back in. Open the left foot. And then turning to face your left foot. Raising your arms up. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend that left knee. Sink your hips down. Keep your back, right foot nice and strong. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift the chest, gaze up, cactus arms. Breathing in, raise those arms up. Breathe out. Cactus arms, nice big stretch. Breathe in, gazing forward. Breathing out, stay, keep breathing. Doing your best. Doing as much as you can. And as you inhale, raise those arms up. Straighten that leg. Arms come back down. Bring that foot back in. And just walk your toes and your heels in. Shake your legs out. We'll do a balance. And this is not, the next pose that we're going to do is not a pure yoga pose, but doing yoga will help you get into this pose. So it's a little bit of a challenging pose. It's something that you can do with your friends, with your family. So we'll do it now, and then you can try it with your friends and family. I'll demonstrate the pose first, and then we'll all do it together. So what you do is you shift all of your weight to your right leg. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, and just lift the foot off the ground. So this is how you look. Yeah. Then cross your arms in front of you. You might already start getting wobbly here, but that's okay. All of your weight is on one leg. The challenging part comes now. So what you'll do now is you'll close your eyes and you'll try and stay in this pose for as long as you can. So the longer you stay, the better your balance. And that is what is challenging. So inhale, and as you exhale, slowly closing your eyes. And you'll notice that you'll get really wobbly and you won't have the balance to stay for too long. So count the number of seconds you can hold that pose. All right, so let's do it all together. Shift your weight onto your right leg. Lift the left leg up, bend the knee, lift the foot off the ground. So sometimes it might help to keep that foot just off the ground. That might give you more balance. Or maybe it's a bit higher, whatever feels right for you. Cross your arms, bring all of your awareness inwards. Gaze at a point in front of you. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, close your eyes. Keep breathing. Counting the seconds that you can hold.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
And when you're done, you can drop, you can shake your legs out. Maybe some of you are holding it a bit longer. Stay there if you can. And for the rest of us, let's try it on the other leg. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Raise your right leg, bend the knee. Cross your arms. Take your time. Gaze at a spot in front of you. You'll probably already notice how one side is different from the other. You'll feel the strengthening in your hips, your knee, your ankle. Focused and steady. When you're ready, close your eyes, just counting in your own mind. Staying for as long as you can. It's okay if you're wobbly, it's just a fun pose. And gently release whenever you need to. Shake your legs out. Well done. I hope that was fun. So coming down to a seated position. Stretch your legs out, shake them out. Do a forward fold from here. So lift your right leg, bend your knee, place the foot onto your inner left thigh, and then move your left leg out to the side. So you have a little stretch through your inner thighs, your hamstrings on the left. Place your hands on your knees, both your hands on your knees. Then drop it down and slowly start walking your hands forward. And remembering to hinge from your hips. So the movement is coming from here. Your back is fairly straight. So just walking your hands, your fingers away. Your gaze can be forward, so you're not in a hurry to drop your head down. Keep walking your fingers forward bit by bit, bit by bit. Go as far as you can. And when you think you've gone far enough, slowly drop the head down. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Soft through the neck. Bring all of your awareness to your breath. Notice how this pose makes you feel. And with your head drawn in, notice if it's calming you, soothing your mind, or perhaps you feel different. Maybe you want to get out of the pose, and that's okay too. Walk your hands back, lift yourself up. Let's try it on the other side. Shake your legs out, bend your left knee, left foot against your right inner thigh, move the right leg out to the side. Keep your back straight. Sits bones grounded, hands on your knees. Drop your hands down, inhale here. As you exhale, walking your hands forward, fingers bit by bit, hinging from your hips. Feeling that stretch through that right leg, the backs of that right leg. And it's okay if you have a little bend through your knee. When you're ready and you think you've gone far enough, gently drop the head, relax the neck, soft through the neck and shoulders. Stay, keep breathing. And then walk your hands back, come back up. Let's try it with both legs stretched out. So shake your legs out and very slowly, just take your time and stretch your legs out. So maybe this is how far you can go, and that's fine. But for some of you, maybe you can go a little further and stretch those legs a bit further. Or perhaps it doesn't feel right for you, and if it doesn't feel right, go back to this position. Maybe this is a bit more accessible for you today. So whatever feels right for you today. Place your hands behind you first. Lift the chest up. Just keeping that back straight, keeping your sits bones grounded, and making any adjustments if you need to widen your legs a bit further, or perhaps bring them closer. Flex both your feet. So when you flex your feet, you get that little extra stretch through your calf muscles. And then bring your hands in front, if that is comfortable, or else you can just stay here even. And then slowly walking your hands forward. Once again, remember to hinge from your hips. Nice and slow, use your breath. So inhale, and as you exhale, go a little bit further. Walk those fingers further. One more time, inhale. And exhaling, going a little bit further. Doing it at your own pace, without forcing, without pushing too hard. Working with your own range of movement, your own range of mobility. This is quite a big stretch on your inner thighs, your groin, your hamstrings. So working in your own capacity. Stay for 2 more breaths. And then slowly lift yourself, bring your hands back. Slowly bend your knees, walk them in towards each other and come to a comfortable seated position. And that might be Sukhasana or Hero's Pose. We'll do a pranayama, which is Brahmari, which is called Brahmari. It's also called the buzzing bee breath. So getting as comfortable as you can. Relax your shoulders, your neck. And so perhaps I will demonstrate this one once and then we can all do it together. So what we do is we place our thumbs in our ears. So it's not going in. I'm just placing it on the ear cartilage. Placing my index fingers over my eyelids. Just placing it there. Eyelids are shut. Middle fingers are placed over my nostrils. Ring finger placed over my upper lip. Pinky placed under my lower lip. I'll take a breath in here, and as I breathe out, I will make the sound of a buzzing bee. So breathe in, just watching this round. So it's a really nice, slow, controlled release of air. Let's do that all together. We'll do about 5 rounds. So thumbs in your ear cartilage, just placing it there. And if you have nails, you need to be careful. Index fingers over your eyelids, middle finger over your nostrils. All of these fingers very gently placed. Ring fingers are over the upper lip. Pinkies are under your lower lips. All fingers gently placed. Take a breath in. Slowly release your hands, drop your hands back on your knees or thighs. Stay there with your eyes closed. Just noticing the calming, the peaceful effects of this pranayama, this breathing practice. Just noticing. And from here, we move on to our meditation. We can do a seated meditation, so you can stay where you are, or you could lie down on your backs. If sitting doesn't suit you for any reason, you can even lie down on your backs. Get comfortable. So if you need a blanket or a shawl over yourself, you can use that. Or perhaps using a cushion or a rolled mat. If you're lying down, you can use a rolled mat under your knees. That will bring ease in your back. If you're seated, maybe using a cushion under your bottoms or perhaps a bolster if you have it. Or you can even sit on a chair, whatever feels right for you today. And making sure you're not too hot, you're not feeling too cold. Making any adjustments if you need to bring comfort in the body, to bring ease in the mind. This is going to be a 10-minute guided meditation. And so wherever you are, just noticing the heaviness of your body, feeling the weight of your body, grounding down, perhaps through your feet, your heels, your bottoms, bringing all of your awareness to your breathing, taking a few deep, long breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And with each exhale, just letting go, just surrendering further to the ground. With each exhale, allowing the whole body to soften. From your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And with every exhale, just allowing yourself to be as you are. And checking in with your body, noticing how the body feels right now. Just scanning the body from top to toe, noticing different parts of the body to make sure there's ease and comfort. And then checking in with the mind. Notice if the mind is busy, is it quiet? It doesn't matter, just bring all of your awareness to your thoughts. Just notice them. And then checking in with your emotions, your feelings. What are you feeling right now? Is there any emotion? Is there anything that you feel at the moment? Just check in. Without any judgment, without any emotional attachment. Simply bringing awareness. And then very gently bringing your awareness to your eyes. And with your eyes closed, noticing what you can see. What can you see with those closed eyes? Perhaps you see some patterns, some images, some colors, or perhaps there's complete darkness. Just notice that. Simply noticing whatever comes in your view. Just spending a few moments in awareness. Taking it all in, letting it all be. And then letting go of seeing and opening to the sounds around you. Noticing the sounds in the distance, whatever those sounds may be. And then noticing the sounds nearby, closer to you. Maybe there's a clock ticking, perhaps there's music, perhaps the sound of my voice. Just noticing the volume, the duration of the sounds. Letting the sounds come and go all on its own. Taking it all in, letting it all be. And then letting go of the sounds. And bringing your awareness to the sensations that you feel in the body. Perhaps the sense of temperature, warmth, or coolness. Noticing the different qualities of sensations. Maybe there's tightness, there's tingling, or perhaps there's softening and ease. Just notice without any judgment. Some sensations come and go quickly, while others linger. And gently letting go of sensations and shifting your awareness to the sense of smell. What can you smell? Is there any scent around you? Any fragrance? Just bring awareness. It doesn't matter if there is no fragrance or smell, that's okay too. Just notice that. Just being curious. Taking it all in, letting it all be, just as it is. And letting go of sense and shifting to the sense of taste. Bringing the focus of your awareness to your mouth, feeling the tongue, the palate. And perhaps there is a strong sensation of taste or of a previous taste. Or perhaps there is nothing. Just notice. And letting go of taste and very gently turning your attention to your thoughts. Observing the thoughts in your mind the same way you were observing all of the various senses. Notice if they are moving quickly or slowly. Are there many thoughts close together? Or do you notice space between them? Just notice that. And just observing thoughts as mental events in the mind. Witnessing, observing, just allowing. There's nothing right or wrong. There is nothing good or bad. Thoughts will just come and go. Allow them to drift away. You are the sky. The thoughts are like the clouds that come and go. Letting go of your thoughts and bringing your awareness to whatever is in the field of your awareness. Just noticing with an open and balanced mind, without getting carried away, without any judgment. Just notice, just observe, just witness, simply as it is. And now gently bringing your awareness back to the body, just checking in with your body, checking in with the mind, checking in with the emotions. What is the quality of your mind state? How are you feeling right now? Bring awareness back to where you are, to the space around you, to the sounds around you. Wiggle into your fingers gently. Wiggle into your toes. Just make a few movements. And if you are lying down, perhaps stretching, raising your arms up over your head to stretch a bit. Bring your arms back, roll on to one side, stay there for a bit. And in your own time, pushing yourselves up to a seated position. And with everyone in a seated position, bring your palms together in front of your heart. We'll end this session by chanting Om 3 times. Feel free to chant with me or just listen. Take a breath in. Om. Rub your palms together, warm them, and cup them over your eyes. Gently slide your hands down. Bring your palms together, bowing down. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. And take this energy with you and share it with everyone. Thank you and good night. I hope you enjoyed this class. And if you need to get in touch with me, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. My page is called Yoga with Mitha. So feel free to contact me. Thank you and bye.